guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing makeup on a model, not on myself. So I hope you guys really like this video. Please go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe, and become part of the Sparkling Babe fam. But without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm starting with this eyeshadow palette from Sponject. You can get it there. I'll link everything down below, by the way. So first of all, I started by filling in her brows. She has very thick brows, so I didn't want to add too much to it. Just literally like feathery, lightly apply a little bit of eyeshadow on it. And then to clean the brows, I went in with this Morphe concealer. It's really thick and conceals like literally anything. So just went ahead and cleaned up the brow a little bit. She literally has like the best brow, you guys, super thick and full, so it was super easy to fill them in quickly, nicely. Then I went in with this Gimme Brows by Benefit. It's just literally to give a little bit of color, just because I didn't have anything like that, and I didn't have like her perfect shade for the brows, so that's why one of the main reasons why I did use eyeshadow instead. So as always, you guys know I like to prep the eyes first. I'm using this Warm Lights palette, which you can find this in sponject.com. I'll link everything down below. And I like to start with the first shade just to kind of like set the whole entire eyelid. Then I'm going in with this caramel shade just to warm up the crease a little bit. So she does have hooded eye, you guys, which is one of the main reasons why I'm going a little higher than her normal crease, just because basically when you have hooded eyes, you want to create a new crease practically. Next, I'm going in with this Twinkle Light palette. I'm using this warm shade. It has very reddish tone, kind of like orangey. I really like it. I'm applying that on the outer corners and bringing it onto the crease once again. You want to go a little higher when you have hooded eyes and kind of create your own crease practically. So once again, I'm just kind of like working this eyeshadow on the outer parts of the eyelids and on the crease. Next, I'm going back to the Warm Lights palette. I'm using this shade, which is called Cowboy, and I'm just applying this on the crease just to kind of blend in that whole eyeshadow look. Next, I'm taking the shade Country. This is a much darker shade. It's like a very deep brown. And I'm working this on the outer corners, blending it towards the crease. I'm using a small brush just because it's easier for me to like work on her small eyelids and while creating a new crease practically. I'm just going back and forth applying the eyeshadow and also blending. So I'm going back to the Twinkle Lights palette. I'm taking this Red Velvet shade and I'm applying this only on the crease, basically just like feathering it out, blending. It's major key. I just wanted to give a little bit more warmth to the crease, and that's why I'm applying that there, just lightly, you guys. Back to the Warm Lights palette. This is totally optional. I just went ahead and apply a little bit of this beautiful sheer shade, kind of like as a highlight on the brow bone. And of course, you guys, now to the best part, which is the cut crease. You want to go a little above of the natural crease where your natural eyes will fold. Again, you're creating your own crease basically. Swear, you guys, I'm probably the worst person to explain anything. Anyways, I'm going back to this palette. I'm using the shade Skin and just setting the whole eyelid because we don't want that concealer to move anywhere, especially when having hooded eyes. You guys want to set everything and anything that's wet, because if you are a hooded eye person, you probably know that your eyelids fold and everything just transfer everywhere. Moving on, I'm applying this beautiful gold shade exactly where I apply the concealer. I'm just literally reapplying it, making it pop a little more. And then I went in and applied a little bit of the satin shade, the one that I applied on the brow bone, and I'm applying it on the inner part of kind of around the tear duct area, just a little tiny bit, just to highlight the whole look a little bit more. Next, going in with this Sigma gel liner. I forgot the name of it. I think it's shade Wicked. I'm just creating a small wing on her. I went in for a semi-thick wing liner, you guys. Try to stay away from super long out wings when you have hooded eyes. And again, this is just my personal opinion. You could definitely go ahead and try it, but I feel like personally, hooded eyes and long out wings just don't mix, like they don't look good. Anyways, moving on to this black shade from the palette. I'm just going to go ahead and set the whole cream liner just to make sure that doesn't move anywhere, and it also helps to last so much longer throughout the day, you guys. So I went back to the Twinkle Light palette. I took this chocolate shade and also the red velvet, kind of mix out both of them and apply it onto the outer corner just to give a little more warmth to the outer corner. Moving on to lashes, you guys. Now we're applying some beautiful lashes by Aries Boutique. I'll link them down below as well. These are super pretty, kind of have a winged out type of look, and it gives more like a flirty look to the whole entire look. Next, we're moving on to the face. I'm starting with some moisturizer. I'm using this Pearlie's Balancing Moisturizer. It's very hydrating. I really like it because her skin, it's quite dehydrated. So I went ahead and apply some primer all over the face, blended it in with the fingers because it's so much easier. And of course, you guys, I always have to fan out everything just so everything can dry a little quicker because we're working on a fast pace here. Anyways, I went ahead and applied a little bit of this glow base, which I really like. And I love how it preps the face before applying foundation. Moving on to foundation, I'm using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in shade Cheesecake, I believe. It's super full coverage, literally covers up everything, and I love the finish of it. I went ahead and blended it in with a brush. I really like how I apply it with a brush as well as with a beauty blender. Taking that Morphe concealer once again, applying it just to conceal under her eyes, on the bridge of her nose, on her forehead, and a little bit on her chin. Taking the definition palette, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of this Warm Light, which is a kind of like baking powder type thing. And I just went ahead and set the under eyes and also on her forehead and basically the T-zone, you guys. From the same palette, I'm also mixing this warm Sculpt and pink mauve shade. I'm kind of mixing those two just to contour and also use it as a blush on her whole entire face, basically. Taking the definition palette once again, I'm using this icy pink highlighter, super pale, you guys, super light. It's very icy. I'm just applying a little bit on the highest point of her face, like the cheekbones area, on the cupid's bow, on the inner corners, literally everywhere, on the brow bone. You guys know I love to highlight like practically everything. For the lips, I honestly didn't know what to go for, but I went in with this Popbeauty Nude Lip Liner, line her whole entire lip, and then I apply a little bit of this elsamakeup mauve kind of like lipstick. You can also find these lipsticks on spongeact.com. I'll link everything down below. But then I didn't like how it looked, so I went ahead and applied a little bit of like a very deep brown shade on the lips, and I almost forgot to finish her lower lash, you guys. Like, how crazy. But anyways, I basically repeated the same steps that I did on the top lid and apply a little bit of eyeliner, cream liner, and that was basically it, you guys. Like, I hope you guys really enjoy this. Let me know in the comments down below how you like this, if you guys would like to see more of this. But without further ado, subscribe and become part of the Sparkling Bae fam, and I'll see you on my next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.
I've been losing sleep lately.